IVM.
Hello and welcome to the Habit Coach podcast. I am Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach, and today in the hot seat we have Shrikant. Now he says, how to break the monotony of life. Why does a certain behavior or tendency keep on repeating itself no matter how hard you try? Also, how to gain confidence over something that you failed at in the past. So Shrikant had asked 3 questions that are completely different from each other. Let's break it down quickly. How do you break the monotony of life? The first thing is that why do we fall into these monotonous cycles? We fall into these monotonous cycles because of 2-3 reasons. The first is that we are too scared to break out of our comfort zone, right? We fail at something and then we get too scared to try something new or try that thing again. In fact, that's actually in line with his last question, which is how do you gain confidence over something that you have failed in the past? You see, what happens is that when we fail at things, we lose our confidence. But instead, we have to think about it another way. Failure is good only if you can learn from it. So if you've learned from this, your actual confidence should go up because now you're better off having learned something new instead of just failing at it and feeling like a failure. So learn from it so you actually feel like you've gotten something out of it instead of just felt like a failure. To continue with it, how do you break away from the monotony of life? Now, why do you feel life is monotonous? You feel life is monotonous only because you haven't planned new things to do. I don't feel my life is monotonous and I stay on a farm without anybody to talk to for many months on end. Instead, I don't feel like life is monotonous because I'm always doing something new. I always have new things that I'm incorporating or trying out. I'm trying one project here somewhere. I'm trying another project there. I'm making new friends, even though there's this distance between us. So you feel life is monotonous because new things aren't happening and you can create new things. So one of the first podcasts that I'd ever started was on this, which was how do you plan something new to do on a Monday so that you look forward to doing things on Monday? Because many people have that fear of Monday. Oh my God, life is going to get back into normal with work and everything. But if you plan something interesting to do on Monday, then you're looking forward to that thing on Monday. So that is the first one. His second question is why do certain behaviors or tendencies keep repeating themselves no matter how hard you try? Now, Shrikant, understand this. You will always continue to repeat your patterns till you learn from the pattern. You will continue to date the same kind of people till you learn what it is that you need to become in order to not date those kinds of people. You will continue to get the same kind of projects at work till you grow to be able to appreciate and do better projects at work. So you notice the same kind of behavior repeats because you haven't grown as a person. You haven't grown with something new. You haven't learned anything new. So you'll notice that there's actually a trend in what Shrikant is saying. One, there is a fear of failure that exists in his life. The second part is that he is not willing to learn from new things and he's not willing to experiment and hence he's not willing to grow. You see, Shrikant, if you are the same kind of person you were last year, you haven't grown. And many people I know are the same kind of people they were a decade ago. So imagine 10 years have passed and they haven't grown, they haven't changed. Now, life is all about evolution. In fact, the name of my company is Ormax Evolve because we help people evolve. So please learn to evolve and you notice all these 3 questions get taken care of. Step out of your comfort zone, learn from your mistakes, keep trying new things. And Shrikant, you will be a completely different person by this time next year. Now, if you want to be featured on the next Hot Seat episode, check out the link below. Fill it up with as many details as you can so I can help answer it better. I'm Ashdin Doctor, your habit coach, and remember, awesome lives, they start with awesome habits. Usually in a podcast, it's me who speaks to you and you who listens. But I've been seeing your comments and it's time. It's me listening to you. Following the overwhelming success of this podcast, the good folks at IVM Podcast Network have decided to come up with a Kannada adaptation of the show. For those who prefer listening to it in that language, do make sure you let your Kannada speaking friends know about this as well. So start these habits and share with us your progress using the hashtag #TheHabitCoach. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am Ashdin Doc on Twitter and Instagram. You can find lots more information on my website, awesome180.com, or check out different content on my YouTube channel called AWESOME 180. That's Awesome 180.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Advertising is Dead, Varun is joined by Alex Dweck of NAS Academy. They discuss creators becoming educators. On Misconduct, Raghavi and Nisha look into the defamation suit against controversial actress Kangana Ranaut. On Audio Gyan, Kedar speaks to industrial designer Sharat Chauhan. They discuss designing home appliances. On Smarter with Sid, Siddharth explains the difference between two kinds of campaigns, awareness building and brand building. And on Hans Vani, hear how two cancer patients fall in love in the story Grey Shades. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. Don't forget to rate us on any of the platforms you're listening to us on. And also remember, you can check out a lot of our stuff on YouTube. Go to ivmpodcast.com/YouTube and you'll get a list of all the various channels that we do have. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Bank of Baroda and CoinSwitch Kuber. Thank you so much for making this possible.
Don't you think that if everyone around you is getting smart, you better be smarter? Hey there, I'm the traveling professor Siddharth Deshmukh and I'm back with season 2 of my podcast to make you smarter. Smarter with Sid. What's this season's focus about? Well, it's about 10-minute nuggets that will make you stand out at work. It's time to go from smart to smarter. Tune in every Tuesday and Thursday and become smarter with Sid.